Hey everybody, this is Michael Holmes, founder of Real, and this is your Real Purpose 90-Day Challenge to the Real You. Stay tuned, and over these next 90 days, what we're going to be looking at is getting you to a better place in life. You know, wherever you are, wherever you're starting at, you want to just get to the next level, or you want to continue with us after the 90 days, take you to a better place over the next 6 months or the next year or the next 5 years, because everything works better when you have a coach. You know, when you have somebody that can work with you. And we have many coaches that are with us in many different areas that are going to be there to help you every step of the way. There are going to be videos that are going to be recorded, as well as the calls that are going to be recorded as well. We're going to have conferences this year so that everybody can meet and come back together, because it's all about pursuing your purpose. It's all about what you feel is the best thing that's right for you. So we're not talking about having to sell a pill, potion, or lotion, or anything like that. But what we're doing is giving you a curriculum that's going to help you with the mental and with the physical and the financial, so that you can be the best person that you can be. So over the next 90 days, we're going to have highlights from fitness coaches. We're going to have highlights from financial coaches. We're going to have highlights from every area that is needful for you to get to the next step. Because anytime that you can activate discipline in one area, then you activate the disciplines in every area, okay? Because the first thing we're going to be talking about is the way to make sure you're freed up financially. Because when you're freed up financially, that means you'll be free every area, because then you can actually think. So the best thing I can do to compare it, to give you an idea, a short, brief explanation of what we're talking about is the 2-4-3 format, okay? And what you're thinking about when you hear 2-4-3, we're not talking about, you know, sometimes I hear about basketball or something like that. You know, say, Mike, that's way too many people on the court. But anytime I hear numbers, I think about, you know, the 2-3 defenses and 3-2 zones and stuff like that. But anyway, let me digress. So 2-4-3 is this. There's two things that everybody gets up and goes to work for. Everybody gets up and does something for, okay? Those two things are your current lifestyle and your future lifestyle. You're going to work for that, for your clothing, for your shelter, and then make sure that when you retire, you're going to have something there, okay? So everybody's going after those two things, no matter who they are, okay? The four things, though, that are in your way, these are huge obstacles, whether you know them or not, they're sitting in your way. The first thing is inflation. Inflation goes up about 4 to 6% every couple of years. Now, just think about it. Does your investments, you know, is your savings account, is your CD going up 4 to 6% every couple of years? Generally not, okay? And if you just look at the gas pump, you can see that the rising of the cost of things is not keeping up with what they're giving you, us, everybody around in minimum wage. So the cost of living is far outweighing and far outpacing, you know, what we're getting as an income, okay? So inflation is zapping your dollars before you even know anything about it, right? Number two is the taxes. Income taxes. So many taxes that we do not have control over, but we do have control over income taxes when you are attacking it the right way. And we'll show you more about that, more about the home-based business deductions, okay? So as you know, taxes are taken anywhere between 28 to 32% of your paycheck every pay period, okay? If you can get that back into your home without doing the crazy way, but when you can get that back into your home, then you can use the extra money to reduce the expenses and also reduce the debt. That leads us into number three. That number three is debt, because we are getting taxes taken away from us, because it's at 30% of our check. And then also inflation is zapping us, you know, the actual buying power of our dollars. So we're ended up going into debt to get things like the houses, the cars, and also, you know, many times there's credit cards, installment loans, those type of things too. So those things carry things called penalties. That's called interest rates, okay? So those things are in your way. Then number four is a negative cash flow decisions. Because of all those three previous things, now we're forced to make negative cash flow decisions. That leaves us paying ATM fees of $2 to $5. That leaves us paying NSF fees. That leaves us paying late fees because our cash flow is negative. Not that we don't have the money coming in or the income coming in, but what we have is a position where the money's coming in on the 10th, but the bills are due on the 5th, on the 1st, you know? So we end up trying to beat the bank or something like that, right? So we're going to eliminate those four obstacles, okay? Now with the three things that we're going to give you, the solutions that we're going to provide for you in this 90-day challenge, is going to be cash flow management. We're going to give you the wealth strategies, the software, the solutions that you need to get yourself in a cash flow positive position, right? The very first wealth strategy people use with us has put people in an extra $250 to an extra $800 a month, okay? And that's a pretty big deal, all right? And also when you look at it, at $200 to $800 a month, just an extra $500 a month was would save people previously from going into foreclosure, from getting divorces, just an extra $500 a month. So think about that, okay? And not having to sell a thing, not a pill, potion, lotion, wrap, or a tea, all right? And then the other thing we're going to do, number 2, is going to teach you how to do business income. Now, regardless if you got a thriving business or if you're at home, you should understand how to create business income, because business income is taxed less than your W-2 income. So you can do this no matter what your position is in life, okay? That's number 2 we're going to teach you. Number 3 is having investment income. Not teaching you what to do or where you should put your money, but we're going to teach you the definitions and the terms so you'll know exactly what you should do for you and your family, okay? So that's the 2, 4, 3. When you understand those things in a capacity, then you can get the skills, the strategies, and the structure you need to take your calling, your small business, your large business, your nonprofit, whatever it may be, you can take it to the next level, because now your purpose will have a provision underneath it, okay? Your purpose will not have a provision underneath it, because many times people go into business and they fail, or they fail in just life, period, because of a lack of access to capital. Generally, the capital is coming in, but it's being zapped by the 4 obstacles that we were talking about. It's getting zapped by your inflation. It's getting zapped by your income tax. It's getting zapped by your debt. Then it gets zapped by negative cash flow, okay? So if you don't prevent those things, then your income cannot do anything for you. So what we do is to show you how to make your income to be the number 1 wealth producer for you. So now once we get the income back into your household, shifted back into your household, now you can use that to reduce your debts, reduce expenses, all these things. So now you can roll it over into investing. So now that your dollars can make money for you, okay? Because your W-2 is taxed the highest, we're gonna show you how to correct that. Then number 2, business income is taxed the second highest. We're gonna show you how to make that. Number 3 is investment income. We're going to show you how to create that, okay? And that's taxed the least, right? And let me show you a couple things on the sheet, and then that'll be finished with our orientation and showing you where to get started and the things that you'll need, because we'll be talking about, creating your LLC. You're going to need at least 2 LLCs. So be thinking of a generic name for your LLC. One can be, like I said, the one could be a generic name. The second one needs to be, that particular area of expertise that you're going into. So like say for one, could be something like TNL Expeditions or TNL Academy, so it could be anything that is generic and doesn't sound like it's going into one particular avenue, okay? And then the second one is going to be specifically for the area of expertise that you have, and you understand why later, because we're going to show you how to develop the whole thing step by step. We're going to show you how to develop 3 tiers. The first tier is going to show you how to develop vendor credit. The second tier, we're going to show you how to develop the small things like the gas cards, like the small credit cards, those type of things. Third tier, we're going to show you how to develop larger lines of credit, larger lines of cash that you need to take your business to the next level, okay? So those things we're going to be working through, because as we go through and show you those 3 solutions, remember cash flow management, business income, and investment income, we're going to be working through vehicles, personal credit, business credit, and then leveraging your credit, okay? And that's going to be through a vehicle that we use as a no risk, no cash, no credit needed real estate investing system that's going to let the average person create an extra $500 to $5,000 a month to help them to support their purpose or their passion. Okay, let's go into the sheet. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. Stay tuned. All right, let me reduce this just a little bit here. Okay. Now, what this is an excellent financial forecast. This is going to show you where you're going to be, right? And what I mean by that is we were talking about the two things that everybody is needing to do. That's the current lifestyle and your future lifestyle. You have to meet those two things to have an excellent life, okay? To have a purposeful life. And the first thing we want to introduce you to is to make sure that you're able to choose which direction you want to go into through your 90-day purpose challenge, all right? Whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're a real estate, you want to go into real estate investing, there's no risk, no credit, no cash needed. We also teach the flipping, all aspects of real estate investing, but also business credit, business development, automobile purchase, these things that you can be in line for, okay? But let's go back to what we were talking about. How can you meet your your current lifestyle and your future lifestyle, okay? You're gonna work every day. Every day you work, and generally, the latest statistic says that the average Black family is only worth $8 after you remove all types of frivolous things, like the car and all those types of things, okay? And when you understand that purpose, and then you understand where we're coming from, you understand, you can see why there are either broke or at Walmart, okay? So, and it's not anything to shame or sham or anything to that effect, but it's to simply say there is a better way. There is a way to make sure that you don't have to end up in that place again. And that's just to say, okay, let's make sure that every dollar has a name, right? So let's think about this. Let's think about in your head, what are you making right now per month, right? Generally, if you retire, the average is about 40-50% of what you were making. That's what you'll be making when you retire, okay? Whether that's you're dependent upon a non-existent social security system, or whether you're dependent upon a pension, which no longer exists anymore either, okay? So let's see what we can do to make ourselves. And you've seen what happens when you invest in certain 401k companies that you have no control over, okay? Not saying anything's wrong with 401k, I'm saying get the check out. Make sure of where the money's being invested, those type of things. And of course, I'm not a legal representation, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer, anything like that. And this is not meant to be taken in such thing as in advice, but this is to show you education and information for your own decision making. All right, now let's think about it. If you want to retire on, let's look at $5,000 a month. And, you may be saying, well, I need a little bit more than that. I want to travel, I want to do these things, and that's fine. But I want to show you the principle of the thing, okay? Now, $5,000 a month, right? You take that and multiply it by 12. That's $60,000 a year. $60,000 a year, and you have to generally multiply it by 12 to 15 to get a good forecast. But let's just work with round numbers right now. And this is going to show you what you need for retirement, okay? That's $60,000 a year multiplied by 10. That's $600,000, okay? Now, what you have to have is not the ability to live on $600,000, because for yourself that's going to be going very quickly in a few years. But the thing is to have $600,000 put into a good, some type of that's producing at least 8% return on an annual basis. Then you can live comfortably on about $5,000 a month, okay? If you don't have $600,000 in savings, or you don't project to have that by the time you're going to retire, then you need to do two things. You need to implement those three solutions that we talked about: cash flow management, business income, and investment income. And accordingly to how much more money you need, like say for instance, if you want to retire on $600,000, but you only have $200,000 and you 45 years old, that's going to need more than just additional income. That's going to need income that's going to be multiplied, maybe some exponential growth, to get you to where you need to be. Let's be honest with where we are, okay? Now let's go here. The number is 600,000. And like you said, we normally, when you follow this sheet, we'll be multiplying by 15, okay? And as we say, we need 8% a year or rate return. Now, if you don't have that, what is your discrepancy? How much more do you need, right? Now, you have to look at what do you have in savings right now? What is your total debt? Because you have to take that from your savings, okay? What is your debt to income? What is your debt to credit? Right? And if you don't know these things is what we'll be going over. So let's just consider the first number, which is the 600,000. Okay, let's just say you're at a position where you're at 100,000 and you have about 10 years to retire. So you know you need to do a couple of things. Okay, let's just say that, right? And then you'll use the software that comes with our membership, with the tools that you have called the cash flow strategist. You're going to plug in your numbers where you want to retire. How much you want to retire with, when you want to retire, where your bills are, the different income aspects. And it's going to show you the numbers that you need to be able to put together each month how much money you should be investing, how much money you should be putting over here, how much money you should be putting on this credit card, so that you will know step by step by step how to get yourself out of debt, how to take the extra money when you get out of debt to roll it over into, an investment so that it can make you some more money, so that money can make you more money. So now you can actually have the investment savings that you need to retire. Okay, so these things that we'll be activating will all be done without selling a pill, potion, or a lotion, but it will be done to help you to fuel your passion and your purpose pursuit. Okay, whether that's a calling, whether that's you're a pastoral, you want to go over to some other country, or whether you want to do something over here and it doesn't actually make money. So you need to have other things in place. You need to have your assets in place. You need to have a current financial structure in place. Okay. And then we're going to be talking about your credit score, your Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. We're going to be talking about business credit, your Dun & Bradstreet, your Experian business, your Experian Equifax, all these things. We're going to make sure that you're in place and everything is in line so that you can do the things that you want to do. The only reason that I've ever seen that myself or anyone can attain what they that they couldn't attain anything was because of the not written aspect. It's not written down. They don't have a goal, because things are going to happen. That's a given. Crap happens to us all. But our thing is, if you have a plan and you get off a little bit or a lot, it doesn't matter, because you have a plan. So you come back over here. Now, it may take you a couple of days. It may take you a year. It may take you 5 years, but you have a plan, right? And that's what you have in the cash flow strategist. And then in the cash flow managers, the other piece of software that is phenomenal, it's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. I know it has helped me to show me that I've missed out in about $20,000 to $30,000 worth of write-offs every year, and that qualifies or calculates in the actual dollars. Okay, so let's look and see in a summation what we were saying with the financial forecast. It's saying this: when you look at how much assets that you need to have to retire, how much cash you need to be making yourself cash, or either an asset to making yourself cash to retire on, do you have enough? What do you need to do? Okay, a lot of people get a second job, right? Or you start doing, some other type of selling a pill, potion, or a lotion, and there's nothing wrong with doing either one of those things. But you need the foundation, if you're doing those things, to know what you're doing, okay? Because if you're selling a pill, potion, or lotion, or if you got a second job, you need to be looking at, have you reduced your taxes, debt, expenses? Are you using that income to actually produce for you more income? And if that's the case, and you get to that place, you may not even need the second job if that's not your desire. You may not even need to do that other thing if that's not your desire. You can come now and do your actual desire, the thing that you love to do, by the time we're finished with this 90-day passion to purpose plan, okay? The way to find the real you, all right? And let's look at one more. I want to show you. And this is our game plan interview. Okay. And our goal is to help you using the investments, or really our focus at Team Purpose Pursuers is our focus is to help you through house buying or either investment education through a company that we paired with, an excellent financial services company called MyEcon. It is a 14, 15-year-old company. It is debt-free. It is owned by two gentlemen out of Atlanta, Georgia, and it is the foundational purpose or the foundational structure that we use to show us the education that we need to take us to the next level, okay? And so it also helps us produce not only our passion and purpose, but it gives us an ability to fulfill our promise and to understand our why, because it gives us also additional streams of income, an ability to do that without taking away from our time that we have right now, okay? So now we're chasing our purpose. We're pursuing our purpose with a passion. We're doing our credit, with our business credit is together. Our cash flow management is together. We're producing business income. We have investment income. All of that's together. We're working out our own selves. So people are going to see that fire and they're going to ask you, what are you doing? You know, how are you doing that? They're going to see you starting. They're going to see you have a new focus, a new purposeful measure how you're moving. And they're going to ask you that. And all you simply do is just point them over to the 90-day challenge. You just point them over here and we'll show them exactly how to shape themselves up. And then that purposeful action will produce for you additional streams of income. So when they actually sign up, you know, or register, then that's additional stream of income. If they produce and they're in the real estate investing portion, then that's additional stream of income. If they go through the wholesale automobile purchase, that's additional stream of income. If they purchase something in the small business package with the ready-made businesses, that's an additional stream of income. If we help them to get their business to a point and they get business funding or personal funding, that's additional stream of income for you. And that line goes on and on again, because the system is designed to help the individual. So you do what you do and let the system help them, and whatever they are producing for you is a win-win for everybody involved. It's a way for the community to be given I don't even know exactly the words for it, but an uplifting of your individual communities. You can grow as large as you like within the same parameters, given the access to the resources, the networks, the systems, and the strategies that you're going to need to succeed. And you can see here, as we retouch, you got in cash flow management, business income, and investment income. Through the vehicles, personal credit, getting into the 720s. Business credit, they're 80 paydebt scores. Operating capital, access to the capital that's out there. And we're going to do that through excellent record-keeping software. That's our cash flow manager, okay? We're going to show you how to reduce your taxes, debt, and expenses, and how to keep up with those so you can take advantage of anywhere between $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in write-offs. Just depends on the activity of your business and your home. Because listen, you're already paying for things like internet service, your cell phone, mortgage, your children, those type of things. Did you know you can actually pay your children up to $12,000, tax-free? Did you know that you can write off your internet service, your cell phone? Up as I know, it's 58 cents per mile right now on your mileage. See, these things you're paying for right now anyway. So without this 90-day challenge, without the membership, then you're going to lose those actual activities. Now you can actually use the money that you're actually getting in now from reducing those activities. Now you can use that to have lifestyle tax write-offs, because you're paying for it anyway. Write all of it or some of it off, and now it comes back to the household. Now, the average person with doing these extra steps will create an extra $500 to $1,500 a month. Some people going on further will refer other people to us and can average $10,000, $20,000 a year in write-offs, as we were talking before. And then the real income that we were talking about, which is just sending people over to us and let them get all put together. Let us clean the fish for you. All right. And then what happens is you create a actual streams of income. Okay. And then on this third side, we have the real estate investing. And so we talk about subject 2. That's our no risk, gives you various levels of participation. And then we also have, let me move this. Then we also have the online trading, using the system, strategies, and skills to find and analyze deals online and offline. Offline is our rehab to retail. That's us taking the ugly houses to the market system, okay? So the goal, as always, is you can participate in all or some. The goal is only to have you to be in shape so that you can pursue your dream, your passion, your purpose, and have a provision underneath that, whether it's investing, whether it's real estate, or whether it's another type of business that you're using to do so, okay? So that is, in a nutshell, where we are and what we're doing. And remember your access points. Remember what I mean by that, this is where your training is. This is where you can show anybody that you have that's seeing your fire, where you're doing your purpose, you're getting your business credit together, your personal credit together. You can send them to www.purposepursuer.com, and there's a explanation video there for them, and also our blogs, so they can see the different things that we're moving in, and different things that we're teaching on, the educational value over there as well. And then you can also, there's where you're going to log in. You're going to go to your library, and you're going to go to the shop. And then when you go there, you can actually log in, and you will have in your email by now, you will have the username and password particular for you and for you alone, okay? And so if you don't have that, please feel free to email me at renewexcellence@gmail.com. That's renew, RENEW, excellence, EXCELLENCE @gmail.com, and let me know that you've already are a member and that you have not received your username and password, okay? So the goal is to make you a purpose pursuer, and you can do that as soon as you like, okay? So what we want to do is, if you need anything, give me a shout. You can reach me at 805-387-3639, 805-387-3639. Once again, you have my email, renewexcellence@gmail.com, but also the person that introduced you to the video, introduced you to the orientation, introduced you to the membership. Also, they should be able to help you, appoint you to somebody that is experienced enough to help. But guys, I welcome you. This is a chance to change everything for you. And we'll talk again on the other side of purpose. Look out for our calls. When you see the videos on the website, look out for, the different calls that we have throughout the evening and the things like that that are going to show you and teach you. The calls will be recorded, but there's nothing like getting it live, getting the questions and things like that, your answer for yourself, okay?